Hello and welcome to Straight Talk with Arslan Asad, my friend. Today we are going to explore a very important issue. That issue is about education crisis. Whether you are living in America, China, Japan, India, or Pakistan, you will find that issue is right at the top of everything because it is destroying generation after generation, life after life. What does mean by it? That if you don't have the quality education, that means you are going to suffer throughout your life. In the package of quality, we are being inculcated with low quality, with backwardness, with ignorance. Let us explore the very important issue what we are facing as of now. Imagine a boy sitting in a class of 18th century suddenly got to know that his personal interest in different subjects. He start pursuing his personal interest, but the teacher, who is so pathetic backward at the syllabus was, tried to impose his dictations on the student who was so creative and dictate him. You can't go beyond the limits of syllabus. You have to put your interest within these books. But the student was very different from the rest of others. He was extremely unique. That student pursued his personal interest, and at the day of result, he found that he was failed in all those subjects in which he was not interested. And his mother was told by the teacher that we can't sustain your child in our class because that child does not deserve to be in that school. But that boy, and with the commitment and courage of mother, always pursued his personal interests. And the ultimate result was that that boy became a scientist, and not only scientist, his groundbreaking invention proven to be the leading cause in exploring the universe. And who was that scientist? None other than friend, that scientist was Einstein. Yes, he was Einstein. Einstein marked brilliantly in his words that his painful experience, that how he suffered from the bad education system, that he said, school failed me. I failed the school. School failed me. I failed the school. Teacher behaved like surgeons. Teachers behaved like surgeons. I wanted to learn what I wanted to know, but they wanted me to learn for the purpose of exam. Yes, my friend, it was for the purpose of exam. Imagine, if you learn for the purpose of exam, how can you become a critical thinker? If you learn for the purpose of attaining more and more marks, how can you become a real thinker? This is the dilemma which is destroying us. And in our childhood, we were more interested in attaining position through marks, not thinking, not applying our mind. That our overall syllabus was based on cramming, 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 and cramming. That cramming destroyed us. We failed to become a true thinker. And this is the dilemma which exists in our teaching class. The teachers are not as much thinker as they must be. That's the reason they are the product of the byproduct of the bad system. They ultimately pursue us to follow their dictations. And those who more follow their dictations are considered to be very respectful. But imagine and see in front of your practical life that how many those who were the blind followers of teachers truly become successful. The real success lies in the mind. If the mind is able to think behind the wheel of ignorance, behind the wheel of social restrictions, that boy, that person will obviously supersede our majority. Whether you are a topper, whether you are a failure in school, that does not matter in life to come, that you will be able to successful or not. It is about your mindset. So education system is failing us. Yes, my friend, it is failing us. In the words of Bertrand Russell, that men are born ignorant, not stupid. They are made stupid by education system. Yes, my friend, it is education system which is making us stupid. We start our learning through education from nursery class, and in that class we find that teachers, rather than exploring our interest, try to dictate us, try to put our interest down, and makes us realize that we have to follow their dictations. And what their teachers are, they lack the training, they are the product of this bad system, they are not the producer of knowledge, rather the blind follower of the knowledge or the process. And what ultimate result is that we fail in all fields of life, we fail in all aspects of life. So not only it is bad teaching, bad syllabus, but also the bad knowledge. Yes, it is knowledge. In the 21st century, we are still consuming the knowledge which was crafted for the purpose of industrial age. And we are living either in the age of agrarian world or post-industrial world. Like in the context of developing countries like India or Pakistan, we are living in agrarian world. So they need to craft their system of education as per the requirement of 21st century. As similarly, that case lies with the America, China, Japan in different way. But what we are doing, we are still pursuing the colonial legacy, and the powerful elite class is dictating the education system which is not compatible with today's world requirement. That's how millions of students are graduating in each year, but still they don't have skill. The crisis of unemployability is exponentially increasing because we are creating a class of useless, those who don't have skill. And how can we predict our 2050, 2060? Because in the age of technology we can't predict. So but there are some fundamental skills which we must have, some fundamental qualities we must have in order to adapt ourselves in the upcoming years. What are these qualities? Cooperation, communication, collaboration, critical thinking. Without having these values or attributes, we are not going to sustain in 21st century. But the bad education system in every part of the world you will find that is destroying us, is not equipping us with better skill level. Whether you go university level, whether you go your schooling, you will find that one thing is common, that backwardness in the form of education is being bombarded our mind, and that bombardment can't be stopped until unless we realize what role we must pursue, what role we have about ourselves, how important it is to have critical thinking. Yes, it is a critical thinking that uplifted Einstein from the class of crowd, from the class of coward, from the class of backwardness. It was the critical thinking which he pursued. And that means you don't need always well qualified education system. Yes, you need degrees, but need with that degrees you must pursue reading. Critical thinking must be enhanced. If the process is not enhancing your critical thinking, that is making you part of the crowd and destroying you as a student, as a graduate. So you need to realize that how important it is to have critical thinking. Then the collaboration, the sense of cooperation must be in your mind, that you have to cooperate with different part of the community, you have to learn with different experiences from different people. With that learning, you and me and everyone will be able to uplift their potential. The third thing is to realize what is your purpose of life. It is you have to realize, because in the world of Carl Jung, that if you do not know what you want in your life, people will determine what you want in your life. So you have to ensure that you are the one who is going to regulate his future destiny. If not you are, then the socio-economic condition, political barriers will determine through under the garb of this bad system of education what is going to be your future. So my friend, better communication, critical thinking, self realization are the three fundamental pillars in the world of this age, or you can say age of technology. Because back in 16th century, 14th, 13th century, there was no so much knowledge. But in this age, we have so much knowledge that ultimately we are feeling that we know everything. But the fact is that in most of the cases, we do not know even a something, and that require from us humbleness, that require for us to have the realization that how important it is to think beyond the wheel of ignorance. And that is how we will be able to uplift ourselves in this age which is full of so much chaos. In this way we will be able to find out our true purpose of life, make ourselves able to truly educate it, because a truly educated mind will never ever going to be the part of the propaganda which is being bombarded in our mind through the backward system of education, whether we are living in any part of the friend, any part of the world. So that is how it is very important. So in last I would say that your future is in the hand of you, and if you do not know how important it is to apply your mind, that you are going to be the class of classless world, a personality of useless minds, and the future of dictators, and who destroy you, will use you, will collapse you, and make you a slave of this century, because in this age slavery is not about you being chained by different things. You slavery mean that it is mind, and if the education system is not exploring you, realize you how to open your mind, that means it is destroying you. It is your responsibility. Take the responsibility. If you will not take the responsibility, you are going to be destroyed by this bad institutional structure. Pursue your personal interests at all costs, and that will make you better as opposed to the crowd. Best wishes for you. Thank you so much.